Being an intercessor is actually a calling. And the calling that I received was from Jeremiah 29, where it says, pray for the city. There's a city prepared for you. And this was while we were still in Scotland. It's not something you just jump into. I want to tell you my experience back then because it was anything but a happy season. An intercessor to me is a spiritual calling. It's a spiritual, you're put into a position of responsibility, really. And for me, it was identifying with the Father and identifying with Jesus and being aware of who Jesus wanted me to pray for. And it was a city, but it was also individuals, because a city is not a group of people that God doesn't know individually. So when Jesus wept over Jerusalem, who he was weeping over was the religious leaders and the religious systems and the people that were caught underneath that, I'm going to say, this control. And when I came to Kelowna, that's what I felt was on God's heart, that he wanted to pray for his church. And the issue, I believe, for him was control. Like, that the churches became very controlling, and so his heart, the Father's heart, back when he was praying for Jerusalem, was to gather them and nurture them and protect them. But it's in Matthew that they wouldn't. They wouldn't come under his protection. And guys, if you look at this sparrow, there's a lot of freedom here. There's a freedom to fly away. There's a freedom to stay. There's a freedom to be nurtured, like the hen with his chicks under his wing. So we've been given, as a race, we've been given the freedom to make the choices that we choose. And God's heart for that time was he wept over Kelowna. Now, I didn't have a lot of words, guys. I knew what I was praying for. I knew what the Father's heart was, but I didn't have a lot of words. And how it came out with me was just the same as Jesus did over Jerusalem. He wept over the city of Kelowna. And as I went on for 5 years praying for Kelowna, this weeping in this, like a deep, deep, almost like childbearing feeling, just got heavier and heavier and heavier. And I'm not sure that anything actually came to birth out of this season, but I know that it was a season for me, and when it was over, it was like, I'm going to die if I don't get rid of this weight that was on my shoulders. Let me talk a little bit about the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is very sensitive. He's very sensitive to control. He's very sensitive if he's not welcome. He's very sensitive where he's not needed. And I think my prayer, sometimes silently, sometimes just a few words, was for the ministers of our city to allow the Holy Spirit to do whatever the Holy Spirit wanted and make him welcome and give him control. And looking around today, I don't know if any of that's really changed. And I mean, I still feel what I felt back then, but I don't carry this anymore. So it's like this was for me a season. It's just very different now how the intercessor role plays out in my life.